If it's in the moment, it's whoever takes the lead, and we never question each other's authority in front of him, and then we debrief after.
Maybe you can fix it by just being harder on Gio.
Yeah, just be really mean to her.
Gio, go to timeout right now.
Set an example.
She picks me up. What'd you say to me?
She's like a school bully. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Welcome back to another episode of Careful Boys. Today we're going to talk about in what way do you honestly believe?
Boy.
Come on, in the first minute?
Leave it in.
Damn it!
Well, we are. It doesn't matter.
Can you please bleep clock? In what way do you see yourself?
Can you say it one more time? Sorry.
In what way?
In what way? Okay.
Do you think you are actually a worse parent than your parent was to you?
Yeah, but we're not parents, right? So you think what kind of parents we would be?
In what way you could? Yeah, for Bart.
Can we all go to the bathroom right now?
You guys just Bart. You just want to get a drink?
In what way could you see yourself being a worse parent than your parent was?
Oh, could you see yourself? Well, I know one for mine and my standard. I think I'm soft on Taika.
Too soft?
I think I'm too soft.
You should beat him harder?
Well, like,
Oh.
so I like, no, not beat him harder, but I think I'm too soft, and I think I did like how hard my parents like set the rules for me. Maybe the abuse wasn't cool, but I like the.
Are you doing it the way you wish you were treated, kind of thing?
Well, parenting is also a team sport, so it's like what comes out is the average of the parents.
Yeah.
But then on my end, I still feel like it's kind of soft, but I also have to.
Who's softer, you or Gio?
Oh, Gio's way softer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's the mom.
When you guys disagree, what usually happens? Like if you're like, I want to parent this way, I want to parent this way.
If it's in the moment, it's whoever takes the lead, and we never question each other's authority in front of him, and then we debrief after.
Maybe you can fix it by just being harder on Gio.
Yeah, just be really mean to her.
Gio, go to timeout right now.
Set an example.
She picks me up. What'd you say to me?
She's like a school bully. Yeah.
My fucking feet are dangling.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, fuck. I didn't know that.
The wheel fell out again.
Booby trap, dude.
Dude, does that mean we went until the wheels fell off?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Because I think for me, I have my upbringing, and I also have the Marine Corps. So for me, I really saw the importance of like no bullshit. This is like by the numbers how you do things. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right?
Yeah.
And then so if I say something 5 times, then like each time I instruct something, my negative reinforcement, I guess, if you will, becomes faster and faster and faster.
Oh, okay.
So there's no tact. But I'm also not seen in a bad tone.
Oh.
Like let's say he goes like, Papa, can you tie my shoelaces? I'm like, nope. I'm very calm, but I'm like, you figure it out. You figure it out. So it's just like right away, it's like there's no, versus like, oh, how you doing, honey? Oh, I like your shorts. Your shorts look nice today. And then so there's all these like,
Who the fuck is that?
That's his next door neighbor. He's from New York.
but there's all these like flowery things, right? Like that comes with being a mom. It's like, oh, like even this before you tie the shoes. For me, I'm like, if we're down to business now, you don't get into the flowery shit until you master what the fuck we're supposed to do right now. And then right after, then I'll hug you after you finish whatever. So like, I like when, as soon as we enter into a task, it's boom, 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 completion. And then once you master that, then I'm okay, that's part of your tool set. And then we go back to nurturing, whatever.
Okay.
Let's say if I get to that too fast, like Jill will be like, whoa, that was kind of fast, no? Like that. Because she's not used to my level of how quickly things
Can resolve them.
can resolve. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Because I'm used to like.
You have to do it fast.
I'm used to being able to eat a meal in like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Eat your fucking food now!
So I'm like, well, I'm still really far away from that. And then for her, she's like, oh, but he's a kid. Like, he's gonna take. I'm like, I'd rather.
Can't you just be like, he's not in boot camp and like, what the fuck?
But I see the benefits of boot camp.
Yeah, I know.
At your age?
But that's why I'm giving him an age
him the
appropriate.
discipline.
I'm giving the age appropriate boot camp.
Yeah.
Try not to be high-minded.
I'm not launching him through a window. I'm not launching him through a fucking window.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm trying to keep the hive going.
Launch him through.
Yeah, I'm giving.
You ready, Taika?
I'm giving him his boot camp for that specific thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm teaching him, if you have 30 minutes instead of someone nagging you for 30 minutes to eat, if you finish in 5, you can watch your TV show for 25 minutes and really enjoy it without anyone having to nag you. So that's what I'm trying to teach him. But then
Interesting.
for her, she's like, oh, but he's 7.
I don't think I'll be able to provide the consistency my dad did to me. In terms of like, because you know when you have a really set 9 to 5, and my parents arranged it really well where like one of them was always there throughout my whole life. It was never like both gone. And for my dad to be like, I don't know when I'll be home this week, it would blow my mind. And I think when I have a kid, my lifestyle will probably still be a little bit like that.
Where it's like,
Yeah, where I might just have to leave for a long time, or I might have to like, you know, I just won't know. I think because the nature of like creative work always has surprises.
yeah.
And I think that's the thing that I'm like, I know I won't be as good as my dad was at that. My dad was like set, like from the day I was born to now, still to this day, he is like, I know when he'll be home, like always.
It's like, you know, when you come home and if you're hungry, dinner will be made at whatever time.
The consistency of food always being there, everything was just so like clockwork perfect that like, now that I'm like an adult and I'm like on my life with Smack and everything, I'm like, I don't know if either of us will be that set. Wow. Yeah. Unless we're just home all the time. Yeah.
I worry that I'm not that impressed, and I think that would be hard on a kid sometimes, because I don't even know sometimes that I'm thinking this way, but I just am not that impressed by a lot of normal things that kids often do.
If they draw a picture, you're like, I got a homie that draws way better than this shit.
It's just like, am I supposed? So I'm just supposed to just be like, wow, holy shit, or whatever. I don't know. Like, I wasn't raised that way, so like, I just don't think about it like that, and I don't like.
What happened when you showed your dad something you did as a kid?
He wasn't there.
Just wasn't there.
He got his cigarette and fucking ashed it out on his drawing.
My mom was there. My mom was there. My dad, I didn't see my dad when I was a kid.
Whoa.
He was always working, always gone.
So he never like saw something on the fridge that you did and later was like, hey, Steven saw your thing.
No.
Great job.
No. Damn. But he was working, and I didn't really understand everything that was going on at the time. I found out later. So circumstances are what they are. But you're just a kid. You don't know. So I just think I'm just not that impressed, and I actually think that I think I would just not be that like supportive in that way. I think I'm loving and all that stuff, but
genuinely you won't have.
Yeah, it won't be real. It'll be the fakest shit ever, and I just don't know how to fake it with that. Like Nikki's,
You won't be supportive though.
No, supportive, I think.
Yeah, because I feel like when, like, let's say we're doing any comedy or improv or whatever type things, anytime there's someone that's like a first timer, it always feels like you're really good at leading them through the whole thing, and you don't have this fake like I'm impressed.
Praise just for the sake of.
I hope so, but I think it's different when they're like close to me. Like I don't want to baby my baby in a way, you know what I mean? And it's not being fake around new people. I want new people to feel comfortable. Like I want them to come into our environment and feel comfortable. But like if it's my own kid, I know that it did not benefit me to be coddled in any way.
So let's say you're a kid.
Yeah.
He's like 7 or something. He goes, hey dad, check it out. I made my own Coinbase account. You're like, oh wow. No, right? You'd be like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy. How'd you do that?
You just put in a fucking email and password.
Link an account. It's not that bad.
If you move your coins from layer 1 to layer 2, now we're talking.
He's just like, not your keys, not your
crypto.
not your crypto.
Why'd you see X's? We don't do that. We like split DeFi, CeFi, baby. But no, you know what I mean? It's just, I just don't think that I could fake it with my kid, where it's like I'm trying to help them in the best way that I can.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Because you know that what they need to hear isn't what you can say.
Yeah, and me and Nikki are the same way. Like, I don't think that, like, Nikki gets really pissed when she has friends who need constant affirmation. Like, we're both the same way. If I have a friend who needs constant affirmation.
That's harder on girls, because a lot of girls do that.
That's exactly right. And so she often, like, gets, when she's in friend groups with girls, it's weird, because she just doesn't know how to fake it and do the bullshit stuff.
Smack goes through the same thing, where, like, girls would just send her, like, they'll send her, like, memes of, like, here's what best friends do, and it's like I'm not your fucking best friend.
Nikki does the same shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's way tougher on girls.
It's so weird, yeah.
What up, guys? Come join our Patreon because there's hundreds of videos dating all the way back to 2019.
That's right. If you click on the link down below, you could join our Patreon, join us on the Discord, come chat with us directly, have a fun conversation.
And this will help support the channel's growth and new ideas. And also tap into our closer community by joining our Discord and get the opportunity to suggest video ideas like the ones you've seen. Thank you guys. Join our Patreon. Help us out. Thanks.
See you guys there. Say hi to me.
Yeah, it is tougher on girls. I completely agree. But that's what I mean. I just don't think that we're the coddling type. We don't coddle each other even. So
Yeah, because you didn't have that.
Nah. And yeah, I just don't think I'll be able to do that. Like, I see even friends of mine coddling their kids in ways where I'm just like, oh my god, dude. Like, my friend, I have a friend, his kid just like reached their hand out to shake my hand the other day. He thought it was like the most fucking incredible. He's like, I'm just so impressed by my kid right now. I'm like,
Oh, I see, yeah.
who gives a fuck, dude? It's like the most.
It's like all humans develop at some point.
Exactly. It's just
fucking
but it's
learn
just
these
that
stages.
it's his kid, so he's like, this is amazing because it's my kid. It's like, oh my fucking god, dude.
We should get his IQ checked.
Yeah, we should.
Everyone thinks their kid is Einstein,
know,
though.
dude.
Even though they're like normally developed.
They're just normal, right? And it's good, by the way. If you do the other thing, it's actually worse.
Yeah, right. I see what you're saying, yeah.
So it's one of my gripes.
I was having this conversation with my cousin literally last night, where we were just randomly talking about like what's like the least amount of money that if you got right now you would feel like, you know, you could do whatever you want, you'd feel comfortable, you'd be done with whatever hustle, right? And then we were saying, oh yeah, if we got this much, then like, yeah, then honestly I don't even think I would like serial entrepreneur, do a bunch of other stuff. Honestly, I just want to get good at golf and do this and play this and blah blah blah, right? And then it brought me back to a couple conversations I've been having with my dad where he Uber drives right now, and he keeps on telling me the most morbid shit where he's like, yeah, I can only drive for like so long because I'm starting to get more tired, blah blah. And honestly, maybe like in a couple years when I can't do this anymore, like I feel like I'll have no purpose, so like it's easier if I just die.
Oh my god.
Just like says that like nonchalantly, right? And to me, I'm like, I totally understand you and your logic and where you are because I know you, but at the same time, like, you're talking to your son. It's not really inspiring. It's not really the thing that I want to hear, but I'm not trying to be selfish. So it put me in this zone where I'm talking to my cousin about like things that we want to do, and it just like reminded me that, damn, these motherfuckers like came over as refugees from a war, really sacrificed everything so that we could have these feelings of like, oh, if I got this, then I could do this with my life. Whereas for him, he worked the entire way to the point where if he doesn't have to work anymore, he'd be like, I'm done. And I feel like, I guess relative to this question, I don't know if I'll ever, through my life experience, understand that depth of sacrifice.
Yeah, that's true.
Commitment to someone else. And I know that, like, you know, if I have a kid, if I have, I'm sure some sort of seventh gear will kick in or some sort of feeling, but like, that's some shit that still I don't think I'll ever be able to relate to. And like, this guy really just worked his whole life.
Yeah, our parents' generation know nothing but work and provide.
But did he ever go on like vacations?
He does like still go, but still just the feeling of like, if I can't do something like work productively, it's not like a retirement mentality of like, I want to go have fun or pick up an interest.
Yeah.
I really just don't want to get to the point where somebody has to take care of me. Yeah. Like
They don't know what it's like to work for their passions either. It's just It's just all I work.
But the Boy Scout stuff he wasn't being paid for that, was he?
No. And which is great because that's like a huge part of his life and identity, but still, just the idea that if I can't provide for myself or do something, there's no purpose in living. Because there's no concept of like, if he stops working, like me and my sister can like provide so that they can enjoy life or exist in whatever capacity.
Yeah.
It's
like I would rather die.
Yeah, I'd rather die. I don't want anybody to help me.
A lot of boomer dudes die right after.
I get that.
Because he has no purpose anymore.
That's a generational thing for sure.
Because he's lived such a life of like doing it for us.
Yeah.
And it can't just be a hobby too. It has to be like you're needed. Because I was thinking about like how old folks have hella like they garden or whatever, but then they still croak pretty quickly because they don't have that like, oh, they need me to do this for the church or whatever's going on.
Yeah, I learned that too whenever I visit my mom and dad and they're trying to give me whatever useless thing I don't need. I always take it and I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I needed.
Nice.
Except Bart's like, hey, if you're gonna give this to me, I'm gonna throw it away in the trash.
Because my parents are sensitive about that. It's gonna go straight to the trash.
Give it to Auntie, she'll keep it forever. She's nice.
She'll keep it.
That's another thing too. I think is they're so used to providing and constantly just being the one that's giving people cash or food or whatever.
I don't blame them.
They lose that purpose when you're just like, nah, like, let's just chill. Don't give me nothing. My mom's like, oh, you sure I bought all these snacks? And I'm like, fucking chill, dude.
Just sit down.
No, if I take care of Nikki so much that if she ever had to take care of me, I'd probably just off myself. Like, seriously. I just don't even want to think about that. Like, it just brings me so much shame into my brain and heart. Like, I'd just be like, deuces out.
Just kill me.
I would just walk into the snow somewhere.
Never come back out.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, I would rather you be sad that I killed myself.
Yeah, no,
versus take care
no,
of me.
because it's just like, I don't want you to see me like that. Like, that's not how I'll.
That's
how
literally
I
like
roll.
my dad.
Yeah. I get that.
Damn.
That makes sense, yeah.
I don't think I'd like when I was little, I like look into the phone books and I'll be like, fuck, there's a fucking martial arts class or a school, and then I'll be like, can you take me here? And then they'll, in their busy schedules, my mom or dad will find a way to like take me to a random store I found on the Yellow Pages.
Wow.
And then I was thinking back, like, fuck, like, I would have probably just sent my kid on an Uber or a taxi. And I'm like, I wouldn't fucking deal with that shit. Yeah. I'd be like, no, we're not going to the fucking fish store where you could just walk around and window shop for an hour. And I'm just waiting in the car. Like, they had no phones. They were just waiting in the car for me.
Oh, my God.
And I'm just there.
Looking at nothing.
No, I don't have no money, so I'm just at the fucking fish store, like, looking at the fish.
Knowing that
like,
you
this
can't buy
shit.
anything.
Yeah, and I go to the next aquarium, and I'm like, that shit's tight.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's another
You don't think your
level.
parents are like, dude, this is way better than him fucking tagging our garage up?
Yeah, I was like in elementary, so I wasn't a bad boy like that yet. But yeah, I would find random stores, and then I would get a map, and then I would like look at the address, and I'm like,
You just
that's
to show
where it
them
is.
how to get there?
Yeah, and then they'll like
Dang, that's
help
pretty
me with the
smart.
map, and then we'll go and fucking. It was like a fun adventure.
I think as soon as the door closed in the van or whatever, the parents were just like, oh my God, some fucking peace and fucking quiet. They takes his map.
They're just 69ing the whole time.
That's crazy.
Take your dick out, take your pussy.
I mean, that's very sweet, Joe.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, that's so cool of your parents to do that.
I think I got lucky that my dad has a pretty flexible schedule.
Oh yeah.
Where like
music.
yeah, if he's teaching piano and then he's like, oh yeah, I could take you after this lesson, or like he'll take me to when he does the house visits, or when he's doing
Oh, so
classes.
you were hanging out at other students' houses?
Sometimes,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
If he's doing house calls, or like sometimes he'll go to churches or music schools, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
on the way I'll be like, oh, tomorrow when we're going here, there's like a pet store. I want to go check out the chinchillas.
Oh.
So they're like, all right, on the way we can drop.
So you don't think you'd have the patience to do that for your kid?
I don't think so. Like because now that I know about
Yeah.
Uber, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna set the Uber up. You go, fucking spend some time, and then whatever.
You don't
Dad,
think you'd
I'm
want
fine.
to check it out with their kid? I feel like you want to check stuff out with them.
If it's fun to me, because some of the shit was like, I don't know.
It's kid stuff.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's unremarkable to the adult eye.
Yeah, Taika is really into Pokemon cards, and that wasn't part of my generation. So I know nothing about Pokemon, and he just wants to go at all these Pokemon fucking stores.
Oof.
So I just go there with him, and then I'm just like staring at all these fucking nerds buying like cards in there too.
You're looking at JK News video where we're talking about games?
Yeah.
Are you seeing a lot of adults doing it too?
There's a lot of adults in
Yeah,
there.
there's a shitload.
Yeah, and he's just in there like looking at cards.
If an adult is in there and they're alone, they should be arrested. Yeah. And thrown in.
Dude, there's a lot of lone adults in there. It's mostly lone adults.
Damn.
But they're just trying to make money though.
Is it?
But there's also adults that still play Magic and stuff too.
yeah, totally, yeah.
So they're buying Magic cards and like, oh, I needed this many fucking mana or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. It's gonna be mostly adults because those are the ones who can get there easier.
Hey, who taught you mana?
Yeah. I'm listening to them. I'm fucking standing. I'm like, damn, this guy's fucking weird.
He's like, I got a Black Lotus. It's worth more than your whole fucking life.
You know
bitch.
Black Lotus. Come on, that shit. Birds of Paradise.
By the way,
Gaze Cradle.
a single Black Lotus card could buy Bart's entire life, dude. And then they liquidate your life.
Maybe I'll look into Black Lotus then.
My next asset class.